Today on DC News Now, the DMV is feeling the heat.
It's really too hot for people to come out.
How people across the region are dealing with soaring temperatures.
Stifling heat and humidity will continue to make it feel like it's in the triple digits. We'll let you know when we might be able to cool down.
And a dog reunited with his owner.
I am absolutely appreciative. They helped me bring my boy back.
How DC police helped bring Yurman the Frenchie back home.
Then a fire at a women's shelter in Montgomery County. How the community is stepping in.
Plus, 3 generations of helping others. How a Virginia family is going the extra mile to help those in need.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Thanks for joining us on this Monday. For DC News Now at 4, I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile. A heat emergency is underway in DC. We're taking a live look right now outside at the Washington Monument, and boy, it's warm out there.
Yeah, Tosin, that hot weather continues. Let's head over now to meteorologist Damon Matson with the first look at our forecast. And Damon, warm weather going to be around for a while?
It sure seems like it already has been for the last several days. We're just carrying over this stifling heat and humidity from the weekend. And we were just talking off air. If you just have to be out doing anything in this heat, it's just not fun at this point, folks. Not at all. And here we go. Heat advisories. Now, I will say there is an active advisory along and east of the I-95 corridor for the rest of the day today up until 8 o'clock. But what you're seeing on the map here, especially across some of our western counties near I-81, that is the heat advisory that has already been issued for tomorrow as well. And that additional advisory goes until 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. So we continue along this trend of very high temperatures and also rather high humidity that's pushing the heat index up and prompting those advisories. It feels like 106 in Manassas and Leesburg, 104 in the district, Waldorf, Lexington Park. We're having those higher heat index values to the east. Not quite as stifling, but still not very fun off to the west, where it still feels like it is around 100 degrees in Hagerstown and Cumberland. So the heat and humidity will not let up. We are seeing a couple of spotty showers and storms down across southern Maryland, parts of central Virginia. If anybody sees that little bit of rainfall, we could cool the temperature down just a little bit, but that rain continues to be sparse. Now, as we head toward the middle of the week, do we see more rain and possibly some cooler temperatures? We're going to talk about that full forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. We're going to have more weather coming up. But first, on the move today with the NATO Summit happening in D.C. for the first time in 25 years. Several roads will be closed for security reasons, and people in the district are preparing for the backups.
It's going to be crazy, but we're going to push through it and try.
A lot of police, a lot of security. I don't know where we're going, but everything's will be fine.
Well, the summit begins tomorrow. However, right now, gates are up around the Walter E. Washington Convention Center and the International Trade Center. Our Shanika Grimshaw breaks down how the district is helping you get around it.
You can expect multiple road closures and changes to your commute until the summit ends on Thursday. DC providing a live interactive map to help you navigate the changes. So take a look at this. You can see there on your screen, you can see 2 main areas impacted around the White House and the Convention Center. Now, there's a rolling list of closures, different blocks closed at different times throughout the week. And the road impact summary menu helps you isolate those changes. So let's say, for example, closures starting at 6:30 tonight. F Street Northwest. When you click on that street, the map will show you when that closure starts and ends, as well as any detours for drivers in that area. So a reminder, many of these closures are already in place, and the last closures will end at midnight on Friday. And Metro riders can also expect to see some changes. The Federal Triangle Station and Mount Vernon Square Station will close tomorrow. Federal Triangle will reopen to riders on Wednesday, and Mount Vernon Square will stay closed through the end of the week. And for a full list of road closures and parking restrictions from the summit, you can go to our website. That's dcnewsnow.com. There's also where you can find the link to DC's interactive website as well to help you get around. Reporting in the studio, Shanika Grimshaw, DC News Now.
Shanika, thank you. And still talking about Metro. Automatic doors fully operational on Metro starting today. That goes into effect for blue, orange, silver, yellow, and green lines. Doors will now open within 3 to 5 seconds after the train stops. WMATA says this will allow people to get on and off quicker, saving about 10 seconds per stop. Train doors will open automatically when they arrive, but will still be closed manually by operators when the trains depart. Metro already launched its auto doors on the Red Line last December.
In Maryland, we have new details after a road rage incident on the 4th of July left one person dead and 3 injured. It happened on Bear Run and Runnymede Road near Taneytown in Carroll County. They say that it started between a truck and a car. Several people got out of their cars and started to fight. That's when a Jeep pulled out and started shooting. The victim was 36-year-old Christopher Moore, and today police say they've arrested and charged 20-year-old Devon Dabbs. What led up to the fight still remains under investigation.
Staying in Maryland, Montgomery County police have arrested 2 men in connection to a shooting at a Taco Bell in Silver Spring. Officials say 18-year-old Suleiman Traore and 19-year-old Maximus Jerome allegedly confronted 3 victims in the restaurant, leading to a fight. The 2 suspects then left the restaurant, and the 18-year-old returned and held the victims at gunpoint. Investigators say when one of the victims' brother tried to step in, Suleiman put the gun to a victim's head and fired a round, grazing the man. The victim had non-life-threatening injuries. The 18-year-old facing multiple charges, including attempted first-degree murder. Jerome is facing multiple counts of second-degree assault.
Fairfax County Police announcing the arrest of a crew linked to 15 ABC store thefts. They say the group has been linked to over $72,000 in stolen merchandise. Police say the crew would load carts with alcohol and leave in a car before police could arrive. Officials say that they arrested 27-year-old Jamaris Evans and 3 juveniles. And an update we told you about last week, a French bulldog stolen at gunpoint in Southeast D.C. is back home with his owner. The dog, named Yurman, was taken on Fort Davis Street in Southeast. Yurman is now home safe after a successful police operation to bring him home.
DC News Now's Randy Bass live at police headquarters. Randy, you talked with the dog's owner today. How is she doing?
Yes, the dog's owner, Janine Brown, is shaken up but relieved to have her pup back home safe after he was gone for almost a week. She's also grateful for the help she received from both neighbors and DC police officers. A Saturday evening walk for French bulldog Yurman and his owner Janine Brown turned scary on Fort Davis Drive in Southeast.
I am absolutely appreciative to the Paw Patrol of the Metropolitan Police Department. That's what I'm calling them because they helped me bring my boy back.
After he was snatched at gunpoint, several tips came in over social media. But Saturday, she got calls and texts from someone claiming to have the dog and sent her photos to prove it.
He was like, well, I spent $2,000 for him, so I'm gonna need to get some of my money back. So all the time while I'm on the phone with him, I'm going back and forth with the police department and the detectives, 911, and they wanted me to keep communicating with the guy.
They picked a place to meet to exchange the dog for cash, but instead, police showed up to grab the pup.
And the guy said, well, I'm right here, I'm pulling in right now. And the next thing I heard was, got him.
The 2 people accused of extorting Brown were arrested and charged. Yurman returned home to his very excited mom. Brown is grateful for all the help, but won't be going back to her normal routine anytime soon.
Your favorite nephew is home, and he will not be walking around. He will not be walking around.
Right, Yurman? And one piece of advice Brown wants to leave all pet owners with this afternoon. She says it's important to take lots of photos of your dog or your pets. It can be the difference between them coming home if something happens, if they're lost or stolen. In this case, though, police are still searching for the suspects who stole Yurman at gunpoint. If you have any information related to the case at all, you're urged to get in touch with detectives. In Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
What a happy ending to that story, Randy. Thank you. Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. President Joe Biden continues to insist he's staying in the presidential race. It comes as a growing number of Democrats have suggested he step down. Biden writing, quote, "It's time to come together, move forward as a unified party and defeat Donald Trump." Now, despite Virginia Senator Tim Kaine saying he has had discussions with his congressional colleagues in last week about Biden's future as the Democratic nominee. Kaine says Biden has been a good president, but adds the decision rests solely on Biden.
I just have a fundamental belief in his patriotic ability to put country first, and I think that's what he is going to do, and I trust that he will. It is the 8th of July, and it is early in this discussion in the aftermath of the debate, so we'll see.
Today, Virginia's Legislative Black Caucus came out in support of President Biden, saying a second Biden presidency will keep America, quote, moving forward.
Well, we continue to track grocery prices at popular local supermarkets.
It comes as the feds predict prices will rise the rest of the year. Weekend anchor Ben Dennis stretching your dollar with another look at the data between Walmart, Giant, and Safeway. Ben, what will folks pay more for this week compared to last and exactly where are they?
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Walmart, Giant, and Safeway have a wide presence across the DMV, offer competitive discounts to real consumers inside. But before heading out the door and grabbing a cart, we're back with the latest prices on 10 grocery essentials to start the week. Another week, another grocery price check. The latest figures from the Fed say grocery prices are expected to rise slightly, 1% for the rest of the year, 4.2% when dining out. And if you're not using rewards programs for discounts at the register and cash back for food and even gas, consider price checking. DC News Now does this every week to size up costs between Walmart, Giant, and Safeway. Before we get to the 10 essentials and where they're cheapest, here's what's changed in 1 week. According to lowest prices published online, 12 brown eggs up 79 cents at Giant. Wheat bread up 90 cents there. A 2% gallon of milk rose 8 cents at Walmart. A family-sized value pack of boneless chicken breast per pound increased $1 at Giant, and a 1-pound tray of ground beef rose 50 cents there too. What's down? Wheat bread 50 cents less at Safeway. An avocado there down $1, while 34 cents less at Giant. A family pack of boneless pork chops per pound down $4.50 at Safeway. And a russet potato 25 cents less at Giant. Here's what's cheapest at Walmart: 8 out of 10 essentials, 2 out of 10 at Giant, and Safeway at the back of the pack. And if you're looking for bulk buys, check out Costco. Uber Eats partnered with them to allow non-Costco members get discounts on many purchases. Learn how to maximize savings there. Visit dcnewsnow.com and search "not a Costco member" in our search tab. In the newsroom, Ben Dennis, back to you.